Look at me with the glow of the screen on my face today. We are here looking at ChatGPT o3 in a combination of ChatGPT 4o and showing how we use this in our business to generate new ideas for ad campaigns and get some of the assets needed to be able to run them in the first place. So the prompt that I'm using today is, can you give 5 creative, non-obvious ways to market to home buyers in Belleville, Ontario using OpenAI's 4.0 image generation to get new clients? We're looking to attract first-time home buyers. Where can you get them off the fence and to talk to us about their dreams and getting started in home ownership? Please include the implementation plan and prompts for the idea. I'm going to put that prompt into the show notes below so that you guys don't have to try and copy it from here. Why am I using ChatGPT o3? It's because o3 is a reasoning model, which means that it will think about what it needs to do a lot more than 4.0, and as a result it will do some research and it will process through what it needs to accomplish this, meaning that I don't have to put all of that into a single prompt, which is something that we needed to do in the past. So prompting is a little easier with a reasoning model when you're asking it to do a complex task like this. So it thought about it for 19 seconds and we have some pretty cool ideas. One is a Belleville 2030 split screen carousel. I kind of like this one. Show first time home buyers how owning now shapes the city and their lives by 2030. So the concept is we create a 3-image carousel. Slide 1 is one of today's Belleville streets, so I would have to go out and get that. 2, I would have to take that image and put it back into ChatGPT and have it reimagine what it would look like in 2030. And then the third one is going to be the CTA. So this one, we're not going to implement it right now because as much as I like this idea, I need to go grab the image of the street, but it's going to tell me what I need for it. And then it's going to tell me when I'm going to post it and who I'm going to boost it to. So in this case, 25 to 34-year-old Belleville renters. The second idea, I like this one, the Dreamboard generator. This one takes a little bit to put together, but I'm a really big fan of it, so I might build it. The idea behind it is turn late night scrolling into a personalized vision board within 30 minutes. So the idea here is story ad. Describe your dream condo in 3 words. We'll DM you a vision board. So they, in the comments, put their description in. And I think what I would do is tie it with ManyChat or something like that. So if they DM a specific word with it, then it can create an automation with Zapier Make or an Aiton or something like that. And then the automation using an IG auto reply that captures the 3 words, triggers GPT 4.0 and DALI, or in this case, image generation, to generate a 4-image collage, and then it sends it back to them along with the caption, ready to make this real, let's talk, and include your Calendly link. I really like this idea. And so here's the prompt, which I like. So if we copy that prompt, let's just go over to 4.0 and see what that's going to look like, just to get an idea. So square interior photograph of, so whatever they put in here. So we're going to go bungalow. Okay, who would not love to live there? Yeah, that's crazy. So if you had that image with the overlay ready to make this real, book a call. I think you would probably do pretty good with that. I really like that idea, so I might spend some time and effort on this particular idea. That is a winner to me. Rent versus own manga minis. This is a really neat idea too. So a 6-panel manja strip. This is kind of a neat little ad. So generate a high contrast frames, animate them in CapCut, which is kind of neat. DM own for our first time using Minihat, so they can respond to the DM and see and get their first time buyer blueprint, which we have something like that we could send out. So let's copy that and see what it gives us. Okay, so we have it back. It needs some editing, but it's giving us the idea. One, it gave us 4 instead of a 6-pane panel, so we'll have to work on that. But the idea is 2000 to the monster. So I might break these up and ask for them separately and then put the panels together. But I really kind of like the idea that we go from pain to hero status in a really short story. So this is a fun idea that I'll play around with a little bit more. Pet approved starter pads. That's an interesting idea. Target young home buyers whose pets drive purchase decision making. So that's super relevant today. I don't think we've had a period of time where that might not be more relevant. People love their pets. I love my pet. My dog is my ride or die. Sorry, Tara's my ride or die. River's my other ride or die. I'm gonna be in so much trouble on that video. Nobody share this video with Tara, please. Don't let anybody let Tara Lyons, real estate agent for Team Lyons in Belleville, Ontario, serving Belleville, Quinte, Prince Edward County. If you have any referrals to send her way, I would appreciate that because it would go a long way to me putting my dog as my ride and die instead of my wife. Yeah, I like this picture a lot. So we take this nice, beautiful golden retriever picture catching a frisbee and we add to it each carousel. So we're going to add several of these because it's going to be a carousel. Facebook, IG, lookalikes. So that's who we're targeting. Belleville Pet Supply purchasers, renters. Okay. Your fur kid deserves more than a rental. I love that line. Fetch our starter home guide. So that's a great way to get going. One page PDF, pet proof path, your first home. And then we can use ChatGPT and Gamma AI to build out that PDF and make something really great. So I love that idea. So we got at least 3 ideas so far that we really like. One that I'm kind of about. Belleville budget breakthrough infographics, Pinterest pins. You know what? I'd love to hear from everybody. Do you use Pinterest? Uh, it's not a platform that that I've advertised on. I won't say that I haven't heard people try it. I just don't know anybody. Like I don't know the results people have gotten from it. So I don't know if I'm big on this, but I still think that you can take this idea and convert it to an Instagram, convert it to a small video, like something like that. But the idea here is own the search results for can I afford a home in Belleville. This is a really neat idea to get buyers because you could just research what's available for a certain mortgage amount and then compare it directly against rent and show it. That would generate a fair bit of interest. I don't even know if I necessarily need to have an image of this generated because you would just be taking the homes that are out there and be able to show it, or at least maybe the stats, like you could do an infographic style. So let's see, what's it asking more? Yeah, so I like this idea better where it's a Belleville budget infographic. We're going to create our own prompt for it because I don't like the prompt that was there. So we know that it wants to do this, and we're going to steal this, copy, and just see what combining these two things works out. Like I'm doing this a super lazy way just to get an idea of where this idea might come. I'm not giving it any direction here at all. I'm just like create some type of infographic from that idea. And so I might take this idea and move it over to Napkin. Napkin AI is another tool that I'll use to create infographics. So 4.0 image generation made huge strides in not needing to move to a secondary tool. So we'll see what this comes up with. It may be fine, but Napkin AI, if you're looking for anything to generate infographics from data that you have, just run over and check that out because it's pretty cool. Yeah, I love that. Like that's what a great idea. So the only thing I'd change is maybe I'd go in and ask it to make it our colors red, white, and black. So that's how I would come up with new ideas and then decide where to proceed from it. Obviously, the next step for me is to go and flush these ideas out a little bit more. Like this one, for instance, I need more carousels on it. I do like this idea, but we'd have to work on it a bit. But this one's really good, and I love like these pins. But instead of running them on Pinterest, I would probably run them in Facebook or Instagram. If you have questions or if you have other ideas of how you're using it in your workflows to be able to come up with ideas and generate, like whether it's email marketing strategies, like I've got a project that we're working on right now. Our email campaigns, I think it's this one right here, where we're coming up with a new email sequence for all of our buyers. A lot of ours are too long, and We needed something shorter, so that's the idea. But I also wanted to make sure that we were coming up with scripts. So we came up with a phone script because the sequence isn't just an email sequence anymore. Now you need to do a phone call. Well, you always had to do a phone call, a voicemail, a text, and an email, especially within the first 10 days. And that's continued a little bit longer. So for our team, I wanted to build out a new sequence with the email, with the phone script that goes with it, with the voicemail script, and the text message template that they could send, and then move that into the sequence that we have in Monday.com. So you can see here, here's the email that they could send. Now, this should probably be another video, but we're going to talk about it anyway because I, I'm really good at talking. I'm not convinced automation is the way to go anymore. Don't get me wrong, it's still going to have its place. It will always have its place. But like some of the automation is like, can we do, if somebody DMs and requests something, an automation should be sending that item out, and then somebody should be manually following up. You know what I mean? Like, because humans are really good at detecting like just junk. We're really good at it. That's why there's the law of shitty returns or shitty click-through rates, is because as marketers continue to abuse a channel, people learn how to ignore that channel. So, you know, phone calls, we none of us pick up our phone now if we don't know the number. We just don't do it. And so you can't the rule before was that you never leave a voicemail. You call, and if they don't pick up, you call again, right? And if they don't pick up, call again. Like that was the process that we saw, just go and go and go. And the reality was is people just learned not to pick up the call, which means that you had to get really good at leaving a voicemail. Like that was the new skill. Today the skill is not just the voicemail but the text also. You have to be really good at knowing how to respond with text to be able to elicit a response back to you. But even as that goes on, we're starting to see people be able to say, no, this was spam. This was, I didn't want this, that sort of idea, even when they request the information and they did want it. So I believe that even though I could automate all of these tasks, I don't want our people doing that. What I want them to do is on every single interaction they have with a person, try and find as much value that they can provide. And I think we should have always been doing this. Don't get me wrong. This isn't new concept. It's just that we also get caught up in the current trends, which would say, "Oh, you need to automate. You need to do this," and we've done it in the past too. Like I had a 3-year automation program that did generate business for us. There's no doubt about it. It doesn't work as well as it used to, and I think this is why. Is that today you should be looking at, okay, I need to be able to give as much value as I possibly can because every single agent has a follow-up sequence. And if I've got 400 people in my area all using email sequences, and the one that's going to stand out is the one that gives the most value. So where I'm going with this is on this sequence, these are manual processes, but they're here for the agent to be able to use as a template. So say it's me, I get a new lead in and I go, oh, what am I supposed to do with this lead today? Well, the first thing that I'm supposed to do is make sure I send this email, but I'm going to look at what the lead asked for and make sure that this somehow aligns with them. So I'm going to edit it. If they ask for a specific product, I'm not going to say, here's what you can expect from me, exclusive listings you won't find elsewhere. I'm going to say, here's what you can expect from me. First, here's the information you requested on that property, and I'm going to put that information in here. 2, I'm going to continue to provide you information on properties like this one unless you direct me otherwise. 3, insider tips on how to find the best homes, and then updates on the city real estate market, Belleville real estate market. Quick favor, what's your number one question about buying a home right now? Hit reply. So every single one of these has a hook. Welcome, here's what to expect, quick favor. So good subject line. Every single one has a thanks for setting up and a reason to move forward, and then value, and then every single one of them has a CTA, every single one, so that whoever's going to send this email does not have to think about how to include those items. And then they're supposed to call. So I've put in a script of how that might go for them so that they know what they could say, or a voicemail of what they should probably say that aligns with this email so that the two of them are. And then the same thing. So the next day, another email for them to send in. My best tools for buying a home in Belleville. That's a pretty good hook for a start, or a pretty good subject line, right? If you're serious about buying, I want to make sure you have the best tools at your fingertips. Here's a few must-haves. Again, we're trying to add value, and we're going to tailor this to what we know about that lead already, so that they can edit this to make the changes before they send it, instead of it just automatically going out. Want a curated list of homes in your favorite neighborhood? Hit reply and tell me, and then they can put in their signature and that sort of stuff. Again, I have a voice or a phone script to, that aligns with this email, a voicemail script that aligns with this email, so that they know what they can say, and then a text. Hey Tom, it's Tom. Well, this is why I don't ad lib. Just send you some top buyer tools and listings. Want me to send a custom list of homes for you to check out? Just text me your budget and preferred area. These short, punchy emails, but with good follow up. And then with the idea of none of it being fully automated. What's automated is the reminder that this is what we need to be doing each day, and that we get this done. But we have the ability to personalize it better and make sure that it adds value, so that we build trust. The goal is always to get them to like and trust us, which is what makes them a client for life. Anyway, side rant over what I started this with, but this is how we implement AI in our business. We build out the content, we move it over to the tools that we currently have, and we use it to make ourselves be more personal, be more helpful, be more genuine in a lot of ways. And then also to come up with some really great ideas that we can use to get people into this portion of our business. If you have any questions about it, I'm always open for questions. Send them my way. I'm Tom Lyons. If you haven't checked out realmarkai.com, go check out realmarkai.com. It is still currently free. It is easy tools for real estate, easy AI tools for real estate agents. You can go in there. It'll help you generate Google ads. It'll help you generate Facebook posts. It'll help you generate listing descriptions. It'll check your marketing and make sure that it's on track. It'll do all sorts of fun things. So just go check it out. It doesn't cost you a cent. Unless you want to send a referral to Tara, which again would be fantastic. Anyway, thanks everybody. We'll talk to you soon.